several. One of which is that there's a lack of clarity from place to place on what can be recycled, what can't be recycled, and that leads to contamination and not being able to recycle some materials because they've been mixed with things that are just not useful, right? And destroy the capability of being able to recycle things that get contaminated. Another challenge is the marketplace, and that is you need to have a good price for the materials so that once you collect them, they end up in the recycling system as opposed to the regular system of solid waste. A third problem is the producers and what they produce. And as you know, if you get packages and open up boxes, it comes full of a lot of different things. So there's a volume issue about how much material is used just for packaging. Those are three of the critical issues. Well, I have put in a bill that addresses some of these things. One is really clarity on what is recyclable and what is not recyclable, a list, so to speak, and a list that are best collected at the curbside. Some lend themselves more to be collected at a regional spot where people can drop off materials. That's one thing. The third is recycling is requiring more recycling content to the materials for producers. And really the fourth thing is to take a look at the system in a geographic way about what's going to work well in a very urban area and what's going to work in a very rural area. And because we don't want to spend a lot of energy, consume a lot of carbon-related fuels when we don't get much in return for that. And many houses in the state have very long driveways, so you really have to tailor the situation to the geography of the state of Washington. Well, it is important because when we take virgin materials and we use them and we don't recycle them, then we're consuming more and more energy in the production and distribution of those materials. If we're able to recycle materials, it's better for the environment. And when it's clear for people about what to do with them, then we don't have situations where our recycling rates are not as good because there's contamination. And we have limited resources. So like, for instance, paper products, we don't need to be taking virgin forests and taking trees out in order to produce new materials. It would be better if we used the materials that we already have in the system over and over again.